morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the program today, 17th day of March 2023. And we continue the radical awareness for Biafra liberation and Biafra exit from Nigeria. And this day we are going to address the comment from the United Nations. The comment from the United Nations after the general election, where they say that the election has revealed the faulty lines in Nigeria. So now, since this particular election has revealed the faulty lines in Nigeria, the question is, do they actually know the way forward, to solve this issue? Since they have now understand that it's faulty lines in Nigeria.
Hi.
What are these faulty lines they are talking about? So we are going to address it today very, very quickly. I don't think this broadcast will last more than 1 hour. We are also going to address the threat coming from the touts and the Tinubu's boys, the so-called president-elect boys in Lagos, threatening people. We're going to address that issue. Although after our messages today, we got information that the person that issued the threat has been somehow questioned and he has denied the threat. But everybody knows the videos are out there. We know that Nigeria is that what they do is to threaten you, and even if you have them on video, they are going to deny it. So we're going to address it, and our stand is very, very clear and very correct. We are not abandoning the Biafra people in Lagos. No matter our political differences, we are not going to abandon them. In Igbo adage, they say, when you kill a madman, you will know that the madman has also families and siblings. So those of one Nigerian people that thought that because Ndi Igbo in Lagos supported voted for one Nigeria, validated one Nigeria against our will, because for that reason, we have allowed them to perish in Lagos. I have come to tell you this evening that you are in for a big joke. We can't abandon anybody. Any Igbo person, any Biafra, anywhere, we can't abandon them. We protect them anywhere they are, even within the Nigeria state. Until the last day, we are going to exit from Nigeria. So for that time being, that we are still struggling to liberate Biafra from Nigeria, those in Lagos, we are going to also protect them, whatever we can do. So do not think that they have nobody to fight for them. Do not think that they have nobody to speak for them. Do not think that because they went out to vote against our will, now we have abandoned them and we're not going to fight for them. If you come to fight our people in Lagos, you will have a resistance. The resistance will come very, very strongly. That's the message I'm going to pass to those threatening people in Lagos this year. But first of all, let us go to the main message, which is responding to the United Nations, for them to have come for the very first time to say that the election has revealed the faulty lines of the Nigeria. So I welcome you all this evening. Like I said, this broadcast is going to be very, very snappy. I hope I will not spend more than 1 hour here.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Those
you.
of you watching from Twitter, I urge you to join us on Enter Biafra. And wherever you are watching this program from, please join us on Enter Biafra so we can continue to make sure that the platform stand.
Where are you watching from?
For the purpose of which it was built.
I see everybody.
Of disseminating this information and passing the information, creating this awareness, making sure that we are no longer bullied in any social media platform. We will not be bullied, and we have our own platform where we share this information and people can come here. And also the platform has been made very, very interactive, as possible. So those of you on Twitter, we urge you to join our Enter Biafra platform and continue your comment and engagement from there. Thank you. All right, and then we continue. So let us go straight to responding to the United Nations today, because they were hiding it. They were trying not to talk. They try as much as possible not to comment, but yet what happened is something that you can't overlook. No matter how evil and how bad you are, You can never overlook unity that happened on the 25th of February 2023. And exactly it happened that way, and no matter how they want to shy away from it, they will always come to the reality. All right, so I want everybody to look at this. This is the comment coming from the United Nations official. Presidential poll revealed Nigeria 40 lines. UN official. The question is, if they have come to find out this 40 line only just because of the election, does it mean that all the killings of Biafra people, all the impunity going on, they have not, it is not enough reason to see that it was a 40 line? Does it mean that the UN don't know that Nigerian military are recruiting Boko Haram and they are deploying them to Biafra land to kill people? Do they not know that the government as it is today have Fulanized and Islamized Nigeria to the extent that all the important positions has been taken over by the Muslims? Isn't this enough 40 line? Is it only when election failed they will now understand that Nigeria, there is a 40 line in Nigeria? That is the impunity that is going on. So all the killings in the southeast that the Nigerian government are doing, using the governors and politicians, and will be writing to the United Nations all this while, and they are not responding. Does it mean that that is not enough reason to see the 40 lines in Nigeria? Why is it only in election that probably have their interest is when they are going to say they have seen the 40 lines? So the United Nations, these are the questions that we are posing to them today. The United Nations on Wednesday said the presidential election held on February 25th reviewed the sharp ethnic, religious, and demographic fault lines in Nigeria. So for the very first time, the UN has come to understand there is ethnic fault in Nigeria, there is religious fault in Nigeria, and there is a demographic fault in Nigeria. Now, this is exactly the reason why there is killings all over Nigeria, why the Fulani Caliphate are killing. They are killing for ethnic cleansing, they are killing for religious reason, they are also killing to change the demography of Nigeria. These three words captured the exact reason why Nigeria is at war without making noise. I want you to understand that when you talk about Ruga, you are talking about demography, changing the demography of Nigeria. When you talk about the invasion of Fulanis, it is also has to do with the demographic of Nigeria. We have seen where they are sharing letters to church to close the churches, and it has to do with the religion. We have seen where they go and start ransacking villages. The military are helping them to kill people in the villages and render them homeless. It has to do with the ethnic cleansing. So this whole three major words that describe the reason why we are fighting for Biafra today, you can capture them, even though the statement is not very broad, but I've captured this particular three phrases that we can elaborate, to suit whatever that is happening today in Nigeria against indigenous people. Now, so they say that the election has revealed the ethnic, religious, and demographic fault lines. And this is exactly what I've been shouting before the election and after the election. Yet, some people don't understand what is happening. As UN have identified this particular issue of the election, which we have been making very clearly that it was a very dangerous and ethnic politics that they have played. It has been finally identified by the United Nations. We will not stop here. We will continue to hit the point. We will continue to make Nigeria uncomfortable, and so that international community will talk and they will speak those things they don't want to talk about. So we have been able to make this, go to the international level that the election itself. Remember that we have been the only group that was hammering on the issue of the outcome of the election. We have been hammering on the issue of the campaign, which was a very dangerous campaign, that it was being followed by the ethnic divide, religiously divided, that people were going to from one church to another to solicit for vote from Christians. And then also the demographic fault So I want everybody to understand that when we talk, you have to listen. If you listen to us, you will know that this Biafra will come sooner than we expect. So despite the signing of peace accord by candidates and their political parties, I want you to understand that the UN also is playing ostrich here. They are, behaving as if they don't know what is going on. Because if they know, if they have been able to identify this particular ethnic, religion, and demographic fault line, why do they think that signing peace accord has to do with this solving the fault that are found here? This particular ethnic, religion, and demography is not about the personal interest of the candidates that are running for the election. It has to do with a systematic, mechanism that was designed to conquer Nigeria and turn it into Islamic State. So it has nothing to do with the candidate themselves. Now here, they are relying on the peace of Nigeria based on the signing of peace accord by the candidate. And this is a misplaced priority because the peace of Nigeria does not lie on the on the presidential candidate. Rather, it lies on the intent why there is ethnic, religious, and demographic. It's not about the candidates themselves. So the candidates can sign whatever peace accord they want to sign. It does not stop the agenda of this third thing here, which is the ethnic, religious, and demographic. This is where high intellect comes in to solve this problem. And the only way to solve this problem is to disintegrate whatever interests that join this, if possible to have this third word here. Disintegrating it will be the only solution. Not signing peace accord. The people that are signing this peace accord are people of interest, people of their masters, or the interest of their multinational corporations, or the interest of who they represent. They does not represent the interest of the people of the indigenous people in Nigeria. And that is why no matter this accord they sign, the particular issue that propelled the crisis based on ethnic, religious, and demographic fault will still be there. So the issue here is that truth is that you cannot continue to make statements when you see that people are going to war. And when the war happens, you will begin to see who to blame. There is opportunity to solve this problem now before going to war. Like we have been saying it, in Africa, it is always that we allow you to fight and start killing each other before they will start talking. Started fighting as such, but the war is ongoing. We have been on the defensive side and nobody is talking. But until when this war be running around looking for how to send aid, looking for who to give all that. Now the possibility is there to disintegrate the cause of what is going to bring war in Nigeria, because the war is definitely going to come. And also stated that since Nigeria is standing at a crossroad, engagement in genuine dialogue involving all stakeholders will be pivotal to calling for accountability to restore confidence in governance. That is it. Another misplaced priority. If you know and identify the fact is standing at a crossroad, and I know everybody knows what this means when you say something is standing at a crossroad, which means that it is standing at a crossroad. Now, the UN continued, engagement in genuine dialogue involving all the stakeholders will be pivotal. Now, ask yourself, is Nigeria listening to this particular call for genuine dialogue involving all the stakeholders? Is this call for dialogue just about the election? Is the call the United Nations just because of the outcome of the election, or is it because they have? Is it because after the election have reviewed the faulty line, the faulty foundation of Nigeria, the ethnic religion have a genuine dialogue involving all stakeholders? Is that because we need to know? Is it because of what the election have been reviewed and they have now seen it, or is it because they are just calling for this particular dialogue based on the outcome of the election? These are the two different things that we must put united for Biafra are not idiots. We are not mixed-crant. We are not fools. We are educated, we are smart, and we know what we are doing, and we know the reason we are fighting the way we are fighting. This thing they are just noticing after the election, we notice it, fight for Biafra. So we have known about it many years ago. Now, again, another mystery priority is to say, call for dialogue. Why not? Dialogue is not just about the election. It's not just about accountability. It's not just about confidence in governance, but about coming together to decide whether we want to be part of this entity or not. People have to vote to make their choice, either to remain a slave or to be free from slavery. So the call involving all the stakeholders as going to be pivotal. The calling for accountability governance is not just about restoring accountability or restore confidence in governance, but for the people to be able to decide whether they want to continue to be part of Nigeria or not. So my people of Biafra, United Nations is to do now is not just about correcting them or trying to put them in the right perspective, what they should be calling for, but also to press the button very harder and push further. We need to continue to push very hard. We are going to be pushing it to the highest level so that more of their brains and their eyes will be open of Nigeria fault lines, because they have just noticed one small fault lines after the election last time, and your involvement in sit at home in making sure that you did not validate it in your millions nation to so now they are talking and they are calling for a genuine dialogue. So this dialogue they are calling for is the right dialogue, but then they have to know the kind of dialogue they are calling for. It should be the dialogue for the people that are feeling aggrieved in Nigeria to decide whether they want to be part of Nigeria or not. And that will solve their problem. So that if they decide to be part of Nigeria, then whatever happens after that, they are going to take responsibility because they made that decision. But for now, we are suffering for the decision we did not make. We are suffering for the decision that we don't know anything about. Going into one Nigeria was never the decision of the majority of the people. So we are calling for a revisit of that particular foundation, which is very faulty. Now, they continue. The senior human rights advisor to in the office of the United Nations Resident Coordinator, Ms. Aduwokufo, stated this during the launch of the National Ability Dialogue in Abuja. Of course, they are always in Abuja, so they know what is going on. I was thinking that these are somebody in Geneva or whatever. So the person is in Abuja, and the person did not know the faulty lines in Nigeria until after the election. That is just to show you that they are corrupt. The event with the term promoting post-election stability, justice, and gender inclusion was organized by the Peace Building Organization, International Alert, in collaboration with National Orientation Agency and Office for Strategic Preparedness and Resilience, organized by the government. How can the government invite you and you come and castigate them? Of course, we know. At the event, the country director of International Alert, Paul Nwalaku, advised the president-elect, Asiwaju Tinubu, to have a dialogue and negotiate with aggrieved political parties. They are talking about the aggrieved political parties. They are not talking about the foundational problem of Nigeria. Do you understand me? They thought that the problem of Nigeria is all about aggrieved political parties. They forget the problem of Nigeria. I'm talking about political party is not the problem of Nigeria. Aggrieved political parties is not. There is a fundamental problem, and they are not talking about it. I want everybody to understand that because the way the election was carried out, I think the UN feel that we have not begun to bombard everywhere. We have not started bombarding everywhere because I think by the time we start bombarding everywhere, maybe they are going to remember that there is a time that we need to dialogue, to negotiate, and talk about our coexistence again, because that has not happened. So they are not feeling moved by the activities of the Biafra Liberation Army. They are not feeling moved by the current civil war going on in Biafra land. It has not got to their attention. So we need to speed up and we need to push more so that the attention of the United Nations will be called on, so that they will come and start calling for a dialogue and making reference to the fact that Biafrans really want to leave Nigeria. They don't want to be part of Islamic State. Because when you look at this, it's really, very, 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 very bad that, with all what was going on, still going on, and is still going on in Nigeria today, all they can do or all they can notice is the political parties' grievances and differences. This is unbelievable. Political parties and differences. They are calling for dialogue, among aggrieved political parties and persons, instead of the fundamental problem in Nigeria, in order to dose tension in the country. They thought that the tension in the country is caused by political parties. United Nations they are just, honestly, people without sense. Honestly. And of course, they know what they are doing. Because you can't tell me that you are in Nigeria, you have your office in Nigeria, and as a United Nations, you should be gathering information, know what is going on in Nigeria. And for them, the only problem they see in Nigeria is aggrieved political parties, just because of the election. Why there are fundamental issues. So we have to make them understand that it is not only political parties that are aggrieved, that the ethnic group which they identified here as there is a faulty line in Nigeria has issues. They are also aggrieved. We want to make the United Nations understand that not only the ethnic group that are aggrieved, that are also the religious community in Nigeria are aggrieved, especially the Christians. We need to understand that the Christians in Nigeria are aggrieved too. So it is not only political parties. You are talking about political parties, you are talking about having that the election have revealed ethnic, religious, and demographic fault lines. And you are talking about political parties. Is a political party now ethnic group? Is political party now a religious group? So these are the things that we don't need to overlook when we see it. That's why it's very imperative that I come to address this thing this evening. That what we have is ethnic, religious, and demographic issues in Nigeria. We don't have issue of political party and all that problem that need to be revisited. Nigeria existence needs to renegotiate it again. And the UN is running away from making such particular comment, which is very, very bad. So I want you all to understand today that we are giving you an in-depth analysis into the comment of the United Nations after the election. CAFO said, as we know, many peace accords, which were based on the Constitution and the Electoral Act, were signed at the federal level, where political parties made commitment to ensuring a peaceful climate. The presidential elections have revealed the sharp ethnic, religious, and demographic fault lines behind these numbers. This only serves to remind us it takes more than a signing of document. It requires genuine political will to translate papers' commitment into concrete action. That is exactly it. It goes beyond signing document. That is exactly what we are shouting for now. When they signed the document of amalgamating Nigeria, amalgamating the North, the South into one, it was just a document which should go beyond signing document. Today, we are saying that it is not only required genuine political will, but that the signing of that document was faulty, the signing of the 1914 document was scam, and for us to enjoy peace in the region, there is a need that requires a genuine political will, which the people will be allowed to vote whether they want to continue to validate this particular entity of 1914, or they have to now given the right for self-determination to rule and govern themselves and develop according to their own space, culture, and how they live their life. So that is missing. And until that issue is addressed, we will continue to carry arms against the state that kills us. Now, like I said, the incoming government must prioritize national reconciliation and seek to build broad support for democratic institution and non-violent conflict resolution. How do you now prioritize national reconciliation and seek to build broad support when the people that made up Nigeria are no longer comfortable with it? When you have a Muslim ticket against a secular state, when you have identified that there is a religious fault lines, and the people you are talking about going into reconciliation have an ulterior motive that made them to have Muslim ticket, and you are now advising them, and you think that they have to abandon their original agenda, which was the reason they went into Muslim ticket and rig themselves in, and they will now abandon that agenda and come to take your advice to reconcile Christians and Muslims in Nigeria. I don't understand what these people are talking about. But anyway, we know what we are fighting for. We know what is good for us, and we are going to fight till the end. So I want you to understand that today, by analyzing this United Nations statement, you'll find out that the people that are in the United Nations are just like the politicians in Nigeria. They have nothing upstairs. And we are going to make them know, just like everybody, they are now concerned about the politicians, the Biafra liberation movement is going to also make them talk about them. Because now they left the whole problem of Nigeria and they are talking about the politicians.
Thank you for sharing.
Politicians, the biggest problem? The answer is no. The problem of Nigeria is a fundamental problem that the United Nations do not want to make comment about. Why do you have Nigeria? The religious differences, ethnic differences, tribal differences, and people are getting killed every day. And the United Nations don't want to look into that particular problem and how to solve it. Now, to show you that, what we are saying is not just, we are not just saying it. After the election, the Igbo people, the Igbo Biafra people in Lagos has been victimized. Not just in Lagos, in different parts of Nigeria, from the north to southwest and all that. Their businesses being burnt, their businesses being destroyed, and nobody is doing anything about it. So we are going to show you that one of the political talk, loyal to Bola Tinubu, also the president-elect, or whatever they call him, has come to threaten Igbo people in Lagos. They come out tomorrow. And in as much as we are not supporting Nigeria election, in as much as we are not going to be happy with any Igbo person going to validate Nigeria election, because we have taken the role to fight for the liberation of Biafra people, Ndi Igbo, we also take responsibility in coming for their defense whenever they are alive. We do not discriminate just because we have different political opinion and different political view. So on that note, after our warning tweet today, we are giving officially on a live video warning to those criminals and miscreants in Lagos that have been burning and destroying the properties of Ndibo. You are going to be resisted. I am telling you, this has nothing to do with our relationship and alliance between the Oduduwa nation and Biafra. Today, I have spoken with Sunday Igboho. We had a very fruitful discussion. We have our own understanding. And from our conversation and what we, discussed, I am here this evening to give a very sound warning to MC Oluomo personally, because he doesn't represent the Yoruba people, he does not represent the Yorubas, neither does he represent the Oduduwa nation. So the warning I am giving to Oluomo today is a personal warning coming from the spokesperson for Biafra. And the threat from him against Ndibo in Lagos will no longer be tolerated from today. If Oluomo carries any attack against Ndibo tomorrow, we will come for him. Biafrans are going to come for Oluomo. You can't threaten Ndibo, carry out the attack because we are not talking, and you just go like that. No! Tell him that Biafra people today are making it very clear to him. If any man or woman is killed, whether the person is getting involved in the election or not, if any life is lost in Lagos tomorrow, we will come for him. And let me tell you, it does not matter that he has denied it, because after the warning from Twitter, we know that police invited him and they did their kangaroo questioning and all that, which he denied it. He denied it. So the tapes are there. But I want to show you people that he denied it. But let me tell him that we have crazy people in Biafra too. Igbo people are crazy too. Let him know that he is the only one that is Agboro. We have Agboros in Biafra struggle, and I happen to be one of them. If he wants to threaten Ndibo and carry out that threat, he must be ready for what is coming to him. I want you all to listen to how he denied it. We have the video evidence of where he was saying it. Now, MC Oluomo denies threatening Igbos in Lagos because we kept quiet all this while. They thought we did not care about Ndibo in Lagos. We care for Ndibo in Lagos. They are part of us. It does not matter whether they agree. When we were telling them not to go into election, they went into election because they are not in the East. It does not matter. You can't kill our mad people and they think we cannot talk. No. We are going to make sure that Oluomo will pay for anybody, any blood that is shed tomorrow. We will come for him. Oluomo, the chairman of Lagos State Peak Park and Garage, whatever, Alhaji Musiliu Akinsanya, aka MC Oluomo, has denied threatening Igbos in Lagos State. Is he denying it? Denying it does not mean that he's not going to attack them. They have been attacking Igbo, burning their businesses, and we were quiet about it. And the reason why we are quiet is something that is, between us. Now, Akinsanya in a video said he was only joking with her neighbors. Oluomo have denied threatening Igbo, but we know the threat is real because they have demonstrated it. They have burnt their businesses. They have even killed people, killing people in Lagos. But that was then. That was then. Not from this moment. He said he was joking with her neighbor, Uche, otherwise known as Iya Chukwudi, at a parley on Thursday. That's how they lie. He's denying threatening people. Where Oba also have threatened people. A viral video showed the transport chief urging his members to vote for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Akinsanya in the video said, "We have begged them if they don't want to vote for us. It doesn't call for a fight. Iyachukwudi, if you don't want to vote for us, stay at home. Are you hearing it? Olomo actors root for Tinubu. Okay. And then he continued to say, who described Iyachukwudi as his sister and good neighbor, said he has always been relating peacefully with the Igbos living and trading in Oshodi.
Mm. And
so they
them.
say he was just joking and denying it, but we know he's not. He was not joking because they have burnt the business of Ndigo. And he continued, at no point did I threaten anyone. We've enjoyed a long, harmonious relationship. Not at this point will I do that. I buy things regularly from Iyachukwudi and was only joking with her.
Thank you for sharing.
At no point will
I see everybody.
Who are those who were sending people to go and burn the businesses of Ndigo? Who are those going from market to market to burn the business of Ndigo? Our own is that we have received your threat and we've received it very well. So let us wait tomorrow. Those Ndigo who want to go out, and they go out tomorrow, and let any of them be attacked. And let anybody be attacked in Lagos. Let us see how you are going to burn Igbo market again. You are going to meet a resistance. You are going to meet a resistance. I'm telling you the fact. It does not matter where it is. The times gone are those days where you can do something with Biafrans and go free. No, we'll fight you anyway.
Thank you for sharing.
So those, even though some of them disappointed us in Lagos, even though they continue to disappoint us now, we will never abandon them. So this evening, this is a direct warning and response from the spokesperson of Biafra to the tout in Lagos. If anybody is hot tomorrow, we will come for you. Because we know that now they have elected your Oga, so you are above the law. But you are not going to be above the law of the Biafra people when you kill any of them. It doesn't matter who you are. We will come for you. And I urge all Biafrans to be very vigilant tomorrow in Lagos. Be very vigilant that we did not talk when your businesses were being destroyed. It's not because we don't care for you. We care for you. We care for your safety. We've done it before when they were intimidating you in the market in Alaba. We will do more than that this time around. But sometimes learn to stick and listen to those that will be ready to do anything to defend you. Everything is not about politics. This Biafra we are shouting and fighting for is for your own good. So sometimes you pick a fight with the wrong person. Some of you were all after my life. Bring Simon Ekpa to kill. Bring his head. You don't want me to be. Bring this and bring that. Today, I told you that when it will happen, it is still going to be this Simon Ekpa that will come for your rescue. And it is not just going to be ordinary word amount. But let anything happen to any Igbo man in Lagos, then you are going to see that Biafra has gone far. And a lot of people are saying, Simon, leave those people in Lagos. No, we are not going to leave them. No. We are not going to. This is getting too much. It's getting too much. We know what we are doing. Just know it that we are going to fight like the Israelites. And injury to one is injury to all. Wow. Irrespective of whether you agree with us or you agree not with us. But so long as you are part of us, we are going to extend whatever hands of fellowship to you.
Thank you for sharing. I see everybody. Where are you watching from? Thank you. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Make sure you hit the like button. We are coming back. We are coming back. Right there. Where are you watching from? Hit the like button, please. Share it. They will know that we are not smiling. Don't be scared. We must continue.
Platform, I preached it here on Radio Biafra. Nigerian pastors are corrupt.
Thank you.
Don't go to church. You know, I got church in there.
Criminal. Enoria, na ha eme ihe nwa Friday. Ndị America na-eme spring break, spring Friday. You are doing whatever.
I think there is issues.
Very good. Thank you, Dragon.
Sure that.
Criminal, our leader warned you. Continue going to that, contributing your peanuts that you're supposed to use to better your life.
Here we go. Here we go. We had some interruption in our studio, I think. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Please make sure you share it. Share it. We must go home. Biafra or nothing. Biafra or Biafra. I am not here to Biafra or nothing.
Issues, and we're already rounding up this particular broadcast today.
Yes.
Biafra people, remember tomorrow is the sit at home, and the politicians have already started executing their plan. We know that a lot of people have been taken. For example, the news here. If you look at, if you go to the if you go to the Google, you are going to see that in River State alone, the politicians are already kidnapping each other, killing each other. Like here, they say, government kidnapped Accord River State Assembly candidate.
That's their job.
Another one, anxiety as government kidnapped River Assembly candidate. And the River State, River resident worry over abduction of candidates, hours to the election. Deputy governor candidates get power to March 18 election. Non-government kidnapped governor candidates running meeting. All these things you see here are being perpetrated by those who you want to vote into power. They are being perpetrated by the government, by the governors, and they are haunting their political opposition. They feel that are going to be threats to them. So the sit at home tomorrow continues, and remember that you must make sure that you stay in your home so that you're not going to fall victim to these people that will do anything to become governors or become House of Assembly members or to be elected
or be conductor,
political office or in a political position. All right. So we are going to also be live tomorrow, especially to monitor how it is going in Biafra land, how Biafra people reject Nigeria, how Biafra people will sit at home tomorrow, how the politicians will be disappointed, how they are going to be disappointed and continue to be disappointed. And tomorrow, after tomorrow, we are going to enter a new, different dimension of the Biafra liberation. I thank you. Like I said, this broadcast is not going to be more than 1 hour. And I know that I've spent probably an hour, but we have issues with our system and we are back on air. So on this note, I thank you all for being part of the program today. And I may also maybe receive call like 5 people. So I want to receive calls. And if you are watching through the Enter Biafra, please go to the mic sign and hit the button and let us have your have your opinion on what you heard today. Very important. Very, very important. The call will be on in a minute's time. A moment. Momento.
Momentos.
Right. We're going to one moment, the call is not yet open. Open the call. I'm going to open the call. All right. All right.
So how are you guys doing? Where are you watching from? I see you. I see you from Instagram. I see you from Facebook,
Right, here we go.
YouTube, Twitter.
Live and direct.
Yes. Thank you for always joining. Have a blessed weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Make sure you
the calls are coming already.
Make sure you enjoy your weekend, no matter how little.
Hello.
Your life is number one. Your happiness, number one.
Yes, you're welcome to the program.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon from here, calling from US.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Well, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. What you just did this afternoon really showed. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. What the judge did now is really showed a real good leader. Oyala one year, he just nailed it. So no matter what happens, our own is our own.
Yes.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Friends are with you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Right. We continue. That's the spirit.
Yeah,
no matter what, we come for our own. And we have done it before. We're going to do it again, even better.
Amen.
You're welcome to the program. Hello. Are you there? Hello. All right, we lost him. And then also remember that tomorrow is our fundraising. If you are watching, tomorrow is our fundraising. Don't miss it. Hello. Nobody should call my WhatsApp, please. You're welcome to the program.
Hello, man. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening from here. Can you reduce the volume of where you're watching me from, please? Are you there?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Can you reduce the volume where you're watching me, please?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you reduce the volume, please? You're watching. And also remember that tomorrow is our fundraising. You're watching. Can you off the device where you're watching me from? Tomorrow is our fundraising. Please, if you are calling me, try to off the reduce the volume of the device you're watching me from, so that there won't be any interruption in the program. Okay. All right. The line is on. Hit the button and it will bring you in here. It is very easy. Just click the mic and then you're going to see call and you're going to see message. Click on the call. It's just as simple as that. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Simon.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, my great brother and my great I thank you for your good job. Keep on.
Thank you.
Never you give up. Because Sundubai na Chia to perform Adam Niru Bundu.
Yes.
So one day, why I blown up. Okay, get you. And came a number there, Calvin, in a minute. You are now. I think now one and only know me. You are that. So what then? What that the year about the file? And it will go na the best thing to hear of cry for his brother. So here, he cries for his brother. So God bless you and keep on your good job. Never you look back and never you look aside, but no front. One day, you will so no one will go.
Thank you, Devil. Thank you very much. All right. And of course, they know what we can do and they know what we have done before. So it is not just about talking. So let any Igbo person or any market again be pumped in Lagos and they're going to hear from us. All right, the line is still on. You're welcome to the program. Hello? Hello? All right, we're not hearing from him. You're welcome to the program. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Good evening, Simon.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, Simon.
Good evening. I'm hearing from you. Good evening.
I'm really happy to contact you. I'm so happy. In fact, your presence gives me a lot of joy. You know?
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. My brother, Chike. I organize a pushing DJ. Chike Gabba give me pass. This evening, sorry for go for my father now, right? You got to go.
Yes.
Also now, John or even John or in na ese nọrọ na atakịrịkịrị ya na-egwu elu zuo onye pụrụ ndị mgbe ihe mere nwere mepee ya onye so na ịma ndị ya were ala chere mmiri isi ike my brother enweghị ihe na-eme ndị iro ga-agbacha kpurugburu mana enweghị ihe a ga-eme gị oge maka na onye kwuru eziokwu enweghị ihe na-eme ihe kere sụtụ ma ya Ndewo, my brother.
All right, we continue. The line is still on. I think we've taken more than 5 calls. If Hello, you're welcome to the program. Hello, all right, so we lost him. The line is still on. You're welcome to the program. Hello? Are you there? People stop calling
WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. I'm hearing you. I am hearing you. Go ahead. Okay. I don't hear you. Go ahead. All right. Hello. from here.
Hello.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
And you call up where you on your course, both.
We are both of us equal.
Huh? Is it getting?
On this, it is. You know my go.
Hello, is it getting?
Go to
Alright.
on your
Can
up.
hear him. Please, if you call, just, more call.
Because the family is God. He wants to know that.
My brother, I just want to say that it is this your large heart you are feeling for those in suffering that is protecting you against all the enemies. And God will continue to protect you.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazel, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The headsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the headsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor, Atiku Bagudu, said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very
Absolutely fantastic job.
You must listen to him.
You must.
Share his videos.
Accordingly.
Very, very important.
Very,
It's
very.
bringing a new dimension
Very good.
to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him.
You must. Thank you so much. Let's finish this. It's okay. This is the end of it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing, for the like. I see everybody. Please, if I don't mention your name, don't be angry with me. I'm doing what Okike Abiyama sent me to do. Don't be angry with me. Some people that want Nigeria singers that don't want me to do this, you didn't call me for this, did you? So take it easy. Remember, Biafra is my target. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is still in DSS dungeon. Can you be there for 2 years and be smiling? Can your father be there? Can your husband be there and you are smiling? Can your brother be there and you are smiling? He's somebody's father. Yagazina, I see everybody. Please, anywhere you are watching it, make sure you like it. If you are seeing my face for the first time, this is the face of Ada Biafra from Chicago. Yes. Obi Biafra, Team Biafra. Make sure you join my backup page at Obiageriako Biaforo. Yagazienu. Mbosi ntaka ịchọ na Owerri Mgbada. Ndị na-achụ na Owerri ncha karịa. Yagazie from here, from